They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to.
Yin and Mina are two inseparable friends. Both are seniors in high school, known for a closeness that goes beyond mere classmates. Weekends are their cherished time, especially for Yin, who has a special reason for visiting Mina's home. Today is Sunday, and the clear blue sky reflects Yin's cheerful mood. As usual, she spends time at Mina's house. They sit in the living room, busy with schoolwork, but Yin's mind wanders far. Math homework is tough, isn't it, Mina? Yin tries to break the silence while occasionally glancing towards the door. Mina, focused, nods without looking up. Yeah, it's giving me a headache. Actually, Yin isn't paying much attention to Mina's answer. Her eyes shift back to the figure who just emerged from the bathroom, dressed lightly, ready for a workout in the backyard, namely Jungkook, Mina's older brother. Yin swallows hard, trying not to get caught staring at him. Jungkook, with headphones around his neck, looks serious as he prepares his playlist. Initially, he doesn't notice Yin's gaze, or perhaps he chooses to ignore it. His athletic figure always makes Yin's heart race. Don't blame Yin. Jungkook is indeed very handsome. Mina, beginning to notice Yin's odd behavior, whispers, Yin, are you okay? You seem to be daydreaming. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Yin replies awkwardly, just a bit tired, that's all. Mina looks at Yin suspiciously, but decides not to inquire further. They refocus on the mounting schoolwork. Occasionally, Jungkook's voice talking with his mother or father can be heard in the distance, making Yin even more restless. Finally, after hours of busying themselves with their tasks, Mina closes her book. Let's take a break and grab some drinks in the kitchen, she suggests. As they walk to the kitchen, they pass a window showing the backyard where Jungkook is stretching. Yin's eyes can't help but follow him. Seeing this, Mina sighs. Yin, you like my brother, Jungkook, don't you? Mina asks, her voice soft yet firm. Caught off guard, Yin can only nod slightly. Sorry, Mina, I didn't mean to. Mina smiles, taking Yin's hand. It's okay, Yin. I've suspected it for a while. But you know Jungkook is kind of reserved, right? Yes, I know, Yin murmurs, feeling embarrassed. I just can't help myself. They stand there for a moment, watching Jungkook now starting his physical training. Then Mina suggests, maybe you should tell him how you feel, Yin. Who knows? He might feel the same. Mina's smile seems to tease. Yin sighs, deciding inwardly, maybe I will. But that's for another day. As the day progresses, Mina's home is filled with laughter and conversation from the two friends. Amidst their chatter, something lingers in Yin's mind, Jungkook. After several hours of chatting and working on homework, they decide to rest and grab refreshing drinks. As they head to the kitchen, Jungkook, having just finished his physical training in the backyard, also enters the house, his face flushed and sweat dampening the back of his shirt. He walks warily towards the kitchen, just like Yin and Mina. As Yin enters the kitchen, she accidentally makes eye contact with Jungkook. It's a brief meeting of their eyes that seems to freeze time. Jungkook, usually cold and reserved, now appears different, colder, and more intimidating than usual. The exhaustion is evident on his face, but more than that, there is deep discomfort when his eyes meet hers. With hair sticking to his forehead and still breathing heavily, his expression turns serious, even slightly annoyed. What are you looking at? Jungkook asks sharply, his voice hanging in the air, trying hard to maintain eye contact with Yin, despite the clear dislike in his tone. Startled from her reverie and feeling cornered by that piercing gaze, Yin stutters. No, I was just going to get some water, she replies, her voice slightly trembling, while her eyes look for somewhere else to rest to avoid Jungkook's accusing stare. A moment of silence follows. She can feel every heartbeat as the sound of Jungkook getting ice from the fridge fills the air. The atmosphere in the kitchen turns awkward and chilly. Jungkook, with a bottle of water in hand, gives Yin one more look, a look that says more than words could. He then turns and leaves the kitchen without another word, leaving Yin in silence. Mina, who has been watching from the doorway, quickly approaches Yin. Hey, are you okay? She asks, her voice filled with concern. Yin takes a deep breath, trying to collect her scattered thoughts. Yeah, I'm just a bit startled, that's all. Maybe I was staring too much, and it made him uncomfortable. Mina places a hand on Yin's shoulder, offering support. Maybe you're right. Jungkook is a bit closed off to people he doesn't know well. But don't worry, everything will be okay. Though Mina's words offer some comfort, Yin feels a gap beginning to form between her and Jungkook, a reminder that her feelings might be one-sided and might never be reciprocated as she had hoped. The night has deepened, and Yin is in her quiet bedroom, surrounded by the soft music playing from her phone. Despite the day passing with laughter and joy with Mina at school, her mind can't stop thinking about Jungkook, who always seems like a puzzle that's hard to solve. Lying on her bed, Yin takes out her phone and starts browsing social media. Her fingers automatically type Jungkook's name, and his profile soon appears. Jungkook's account is unlike those of most people his age. There are no selfies or photos with friends. Instead, it features landscape pictures taken by him, showcasing the beauty of nature or rarely noticed city corners. As Yin scrolls through the latest photo, an image of a sunset with a sky painted in shades of orange and purple catches her eye. In the comment section, Yin hesitates before leaving a message. Finally, with a bit of doubt, she types, "Incredible photo, Jungkook. You always manage to capture beautiful moments." After a few seconds of contemplation, she presses send. This is the first time Yin has commented on one of Jungkook's posts. Closing the app, she still feels the small thrill from that minor interaction. The following week, as usual, Yin visits Mina's house to work on a school project together. The atmosphere at Mina's home always makes Yin feel welcome, but that feeling is starting to fade due to worries about Jungkook. Just before entering Mina's room, she had a brief encounter with Jungkook, whose eyes sharply stared at her, as they often did. After several hours focused on their assignment, Mina stands up, stretching her back. "I need to grab some books in the living room," she says, glancing at Yin, who is still engrossed in her notes. Yin nods, and Mina leaves her bedroom. As Mina walks toward the living room, she finds Jungkook sitting, reading a magazine on the sofa. He seems lost in thought, but upon seeing Mina, he closes the magazine and appears eager to talk. "Mina, can we talk for a moment?" Jungkook asks, his tone serious. "Of course," replies Mina, sitting across from Jungkook. "What's up?" Jungkook takes a deep breath before speaking. "It's about Yin. I feel uncomfortable every time she's here." Mina looks surprised. "Uncomfortable? How? What has Yin done?" Jungkook ponders her question for a moment. "Every time she comes over, I feel like she's constantly watching me. I know it might sound trivial, but it makes me uncomfortable. Can't she keep her eyes to herself?" Mina frowns, trying to understand. Yin might not realize she's making you feel that way. You know she's shy. Maybe she just feels awkward around you. She might not be doing it intentionally, but still, I'm uncomfortable, Jungkook asserts, his voice growing firmer. "I feel like she's always around, moving back and forth, and it makes me uncomfortable to have her here." Mina tries to offer a solution. "Maybe I can arrange it so that you don't have to see her much when she's here. I can take Yin straight to my bedroom." Jungkook shakes his head. "I'm not sure that will be enough. I just want this house to remain a place where I can fully relax on weekends. Whenever she's here, it's like she's watching me." Seeing the firmness in Jungkook's face, Mina begins to feel cornered. "Jungkook, Yin is my best friend. I can't ignore her when she wants to come over." "Up to you then." This time, Jungkook wants to end the discussion with Mina, so he walks out and heads to the backyard. Mina can only sigh as she watches her brother leave. When Mina returns to her bedroom, she finds Yin standing, ready with her bag on her shoulder. I need to go home, Mina. There's something I need to sort out," says Yin quickly before Mina can speak. "Why so suddenly, Yin?" "Yeah, because my mom just called me. I have to go now. Sorry for the trouble. And thank you for your time, Mina. See you tomorrow at school." Seeing Yin's hurried, intense expression, Mina can guess that Yin might have overheard part of her conversation with Jungkook. After leaving Mina and Jungkook's house in a hurry, Yin walks home enveloped in a suffocating silence. Although her heart is heavy and her mind troubled, Yin decides not to tell Mina about the conversation she accidentally heard. She feels that bringing it up would only increase the awkwardness and might worsen the situation. Once home, Yin goes straight to her room, letting the door close firmly behind her. She throws her bag into a corner and collapses on her bed, feeling tired and depressed. In the quiet of her room, Yin lets herself reflect in solitude, trying to suppress the embarrassment she feels. Yin lies on her bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about Jungkook and his firm words about his discomfort. Yin never intended to make anyone feel uncomfortable, yet the shame of being considered a source of someone else's discomfort deepens her sadness. Yin sighs deeply, determined to maintain her good relationship with Mina at school, acting as if nothing has changed, though in her heart she knows that her visits to Mina's house might not happen again. Several weeks after the incident that made Yin uncomfortable, life at school continued as usual, and the relationship between Yin and Mina still appeared normal, although Yin never visited Mina's house again. It seemed both were deliberately avoiding discussing the issue. Mina, suspecting that Yin might have overheard Jungkook's comments, pretended as if nothing had happened, not wanting to make Yin feel more uncomfortable by bringing it up. However, the situation suddenly changed when Mina fell ill and couldn't attend classes for a few days. Concerned about Mina and the missed assignments, their teacher asked Yin to take notes and homework to Mina's house. Yin, still feeling awkward and reluctant to visit Mina's house for fear of encountering Jungkook, felt cornered. She wanted to help Mina, but also didn't want to face a situation that might lead to an awkward encounter with Jungkook. After considering her options, Yin decided to ask for help from Yuju, another close friend within their circle. Although Yin and Yuju weren't as close as Mina, Yin knew Yuju was reliable and probably didn't have any tension with Jungkook. Yin approached Yuju. Yuju, it might be a bit of a bother, but could you deliver these notes and homework to Mina for me? I have to go home early today for some urgent matters. Yuju, known for her friendly and helpful nature, nodded without hesitation. Of course, Yin, no problem. I'll stop by there after school. Hope Mina gets well soon. Yin felt relieved and thanked Yuju for her willingness to help. Thank you so much, Yuju. I really appreciate this, Yin said, offering a genuine smile. After school, Yuju went straight to Mina's house with a bag full of school notes and homework. Upon arrival, she was greeted by Mina's mother, who thanked her and invited Yuju inside. Yuju was told that Mina was resting in her bedroom, and she was allowed to go up to deliver the notes and convey greetings from their classmates. Yuju lightly stepped upstairs, knocked on Mina's room door, and entered after hearing Mina's weak voice inviting her in. Hey, Mina. How are you feeling? I brought notes from class and homework for you. The teacher said you don't have to do the homework, but try to look at it if you can. And also, everyone hopes you get well soon, said Yuju as she placed her bag beside the bed. Mina, looking pale but smiling at Yuju, expressed her gratitude. Thank you, Yuju. It's really sweet of you all to care about me. They chatted for a while, with Yuju ensuring that Mina had everything she needed and letting her know that if there were any further assignments, she or the other friends were ready to help. After making sure Mina was comfortable, Yuju said goodbye to go home and walked back downstairs, where she briefly chatted with Mina's mother before leaving. Downstairs, Jungkook had just returned from university. As usual, he seemed indifferent and unconcerned about the guest who had visited their home, as well as Yuju's presence. However, after Yuju had truly left the house, Jungkook immediately asked his mother, "What was that girl here for, Mom?" "She's a school friend of Mina who came to deliver some lesson notes and check on Mina because she's sick." His mother's answer made Jungkook frown. Something was wrong this time. Why did another of Mina's friends come instead of Yin, who usually came? Did Mina tell Yin directly about that? Mina waved and quickly approached Yin, her smile wide. "Yin, I'm back. Thanks so much for handling the class notes for me. Yuju said you arranged it," Mina said as she hugged Yin tightly. Yin returned the hug, feeling warm and relieved. "I'm so glad to see you're feeling better, Mina. Of course, I'd do anything to help my best friend." They then continued hand in hand to their classroom. That night, Yin was enjoying some alone time in a cafe, immersed in a book she was reading while occasionally sipping her coffee. Unbeknownst to her, Jungkook and some of his friends entered the same cafe, busy with their own conversation. When Yin looked up, her eyes met Jungkook's, who was also inadvertently looking her way. Her heart raced immediately, reminded of all the discomfort and memories. Her first instinct was to avoid it. In a flash, Yin closed her book, grabbed her bag, and left the cafe without a second glance at Jungkook. She hurried out, leaving the warmth of the cafe for the cool night air, trying to calm herself from the unexpected shock. Jungkook, briefly puzzled by Yin's sudden departure, felt a tightness in his chest. He stood up, intending to follow and speak with Yin, but hesitated and stopped. He stood at the cafe door, watching Yin walk away. Perhaps Jungkook felt the change in Yin's behavior, who never came to their house again, must be due to that conversation with Mina. Jungkook went straight home to see Mina, truly curious if his sister had discussed anything with Yin. "Mina, I saw Yin at the cafe today, but she seemed to deliberately avoid me. Did you tell her to stay away from me after that time?" Mina sighed softly, silent for a moment before finally looking at her brother. "Actually, I didn't say anything to her, but the last time she came here after I went back to my bedroom that day, she was already preparing to leave quickly because her mother suddenly called her for some urgent matter. I suspect she overheard our conversation then. Have you guys not discussed anything at school after that incident?" Mina shook her head. "No, it seems we both avoid discussing it. I also don't want to bring it up with Yin so she feels more comfortable around me." Jungkook's expression became anxious, and Mina looked at her brother with a probing gaze. Why was he so anxious? Wasn't this what he wanted? "Why do you look so anxious? Isn't this what you wanted?" "I just hoped Yin wouldn't look at me like that, but I didn't expect her to avoid me this much." "Yin, actually, she likes you. Maybe she looked at you like that because, well, she does like you. If you liked a girl, wouldn't you look at her that way? So, I think you should let her keep her distance if you can't return her feelings." Jungkook fell silent for a few seconds. He had guessed as much, but he didn't want to speculate too far. After all, Yin had never confessed her feelings to him. If it was just a crush, there were many girls at his university who liked him. Perhaps Yin was just one of those girls who admired or liked him. But perhaps Yin's feelings were deeper than just admiration or liking. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been so hurt to avoid him like this. Mina, can I ask a favor from you? Next, Jungkook began to discuss with Mina what he had planned, and fortunately Mina agreed. A few days later, Mina stood in front of the class as if she wanted to announce something. Hey everyone, this Saturday night I'm planning a small party at my house to celebrate my 17th birthday. I hope you all can come. I'm counting on your presence. Mina's announcement was met with joy by her classmates, and it seemed many planned to attend the event. Meanwhile, at her desk, Yin was bowing her head as if she was thinking and considering something. Should I go? But that means I'll meet Jungkook. Doesn't he feel uncomfortable if I'm near him? But if I don't go, what about Mina? Yin seemed lost in thought at her desk, while Mina walked closer to her. Yin, I hope you come to my house. After all, you're my close friend, Mina said while patting Yin's shoulder. The night finally arrived. Mina and her classmates gathered to celebrate her birthday party. Everyone was there, including Yin. Mina looked beautiful tonight, accompanied by her parents and of course, Jungkook. The main event had finished and now it was free time. All their classmates began to enjoy the dishes at the event, including Yin, who had been trying not to stand out among her friends because she was uncomfortable with Jungkook's gaze, which seemed to always be directed at her. Their eyes met repeatedly, but Yin always diverted hers to a different direction. Suddenly, in the middle of the relaxed event, Mina approached her. Yin, could you please get my hair clipped from inside my bedroom? It's very hot tonight. I want to tie up my hair. Please get it for me because I feel bad leaving this place. You're the one I trust most among my other friends. Mina asked for help from Yin with a pleading face. She even grasped Yin's hands full of hope. Alright, then I'll get it from your bedroom, said Yin while smiling sweetly at Mina. After saying that, Yin then went into Mina's house alone while their other classmates were enjoying the party in the backyard. Yin entered the house through the back door leading to the kitchen, then she began walking towards Mina's bedroom. However, before Yin could enter Mina's room, she suddenly felt her hand being grasped by someone, and when she turned around, it was Jungkook who was now standing behind her. Yin, I want to talk to you, said Jungkook while still holding Yin's hand. Sorry Jungkook, but I'm in a hurry right now. Mina is waiting for me. Before Yin could continue her sentence, her attention and Jungkook's shifted to a sound that seemed to just enter the house. The sound from his mother and father. Instantly, Jungkook pulled Yin's hand and took her into his bedroom. Jungkook, what are you doing? Shh, calm down. I want to talk to you. Yin appeared panicked, finding herself now inside Jungkook's bedroom. The man had already seated her at the edge of his bed. We could talk outside. Why did you bring me in here? I don't want anyone to disturb our conversation. And also, you heard my mom and dad have already entered this house. I want to be able to talk comfortably with you. Hearing what Jungkook said, Yin could only be stunned. She then muttered inside her heart, I'm not comfortable if it's like this. Are you deliberately avoiding? That was the first question that came out of Jungkook's mouth. Yin was now trying to divert her eyes, unable to bear looking at Jungkook, who was intensely staring at her. Yin, please answer me. Are you deliberately avoiding me? No. Why do you think that? Because you have never come to our house again. Even when Mina was sick, it wasn't you who delivered the notes to her. And yesterday at the cafe, although I wanted to talk to you, it seemed like you deliberately avoided me. I just didn't want to make you uncomfortable with my presence. Yin sighed, and finally, she spoke honestly about why she never came back to this house again. It seems like you did hear what I said to Mina that time, right? Again, Yin diverted her gaze. Okay. Now she felt like someone who likes to eavesdrop on other people's conversations. Honestly, at that time, I did say what I really felt to Mina about what I felt. But there is something that you misunderstand. I'm not uncomfortable with your presence, but I'm uncomfortable if you stare at me. Before Jungkook could continue his sentence, Yin cut him off. I'm sorry. I can't control my gaze when I'm near you. I didn't realize it made you feel uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable when someone else is watching me. That's why there are no photos of me on my social media account. Jungkook revealed honestly to Yin. He deliberately this time was straightforward, hoping Yin could understand his situation. Yin nodded weakly. Yes, I can understand. That's why I try to avoid you. Honestly, I feel embarrassed because it feels like I'm a girl who can't control my gaze. What can I do? As if suddenly realizing what she was about to say, Yin immediately shut her mouth tightly. Meanwhile, Jungkook, who was already curious, tried to force Yin to speak honestly. What is it that you really want to say, Yin? Yin just shook her head. It seems she's still not ready if she has to get a rejection from Jungkook. So she prefers to keep her feelings to herself. Because honestly, her feelings for Jungkook have not yet disappeared. Just like that. Jungkook, who kept watching Yin, seemed to guess what Yin was actually going to say. He already understood Yin's feelings, because Mina had indeed conveyed Yin's feelings to him. Finally, with a small smile, Jungkook stared at Yin. Sorry, I was not sensitive and did not understand you. All this time I have never fallen in love with any girl, so things about that are a bit weird and taboo for me. Yin's cheeks instantly blushed. She began to wonder in her heart. What is this? Does Jungkook actually know that I have loved him all this time? Where did he know? Did Mina tell him? Now Yin felt even more awkward. Honestly, she was really embarrassed this time. Finally, she suddenly stood up. Yin could no longer stand to be with Jungkook in his bedroom any longer. If only she could run right now and go straight home. But still, with one step she walked. Suddenly her arm was pulled back by Jungkook, this time a little hard, until she was half lying on the bed. A second later, Jungkook had already surrounded her body, holding Yin's body so she couldn't run away again. Actually, I wanted to invite you to chat casually, but it seems you prefer to chat like this. Jungkook's voice sounded heavier than usual. Jungkook, what do you really want? Yin asked nervously. Her position now was really not for Yin's heart. She could even hear her own heartbeat. After a month you avoided me. Why do I feel like I miss you? Do you know what this feeling means? Jungkook asked in a low voice, but his gaze were intense to Yin, who was now under him. I don't know what you mean. Yin's voice now sounded more like a whisper. She immediately diverted her gaze from Jungkook's gaze, but wherever she looked, Jungkook's head also followed her. I used to not like being stared at by you, but now I want you to look at me, Yin. Please don't divert your gaze. Hearing what Jungkook said finally, Yin now looked straight back at Jungkook's face. Can't we talk in a normal position? Not like this. Please, get up from me. Yin pleaded with him. Why? I'm not comfortable, Jungkook. You're heavy, you know. No, like this. This position will make it easier for me to kiss you if you intend to run like earlier. Hearing what Jungkook said, of course Yin was surprised. Her eyes widened. Has this man gone mad? Why did he suddenly act like this? That's what was on Yin's mind now. Why are you silent? It seems you also agree with what I said, right? Our position now will be very easy for us to kiss. Yin took a rough breath before finally staring sharply at the man above her. Now, Jungkook, please don't play with my feelings. You said earlier that you have never fallen in love before, right? It would be better for you not to play with other people's feelings. Alright, I will be honest with you. All this time I have always looked at you because I love you, so Before Yin could continue her sentence, Jungkook had already cut her off. Thank you for being honest, Yin. A second later, a kiss had already landed on Yin's lips. Again, Yin was surprised. Was she dreaming? If this is just a dream, let her enjoy it for a moment. Finally, unconsciously, Yin returned Jungkook's kiss. They both channeled their feelings to each other. It seemed not too many words were needed, and both of them enjoyed their first kiss moment together. A gentle kiss without haste, and there is love in it. Until finally now Jungkook's lips had moved to Yin's neck and gave her ownership mark there. Jungkook, they will see this. Whisper Yin when Jungkook still hasn't moved his head. Yin desperately tried to talk when her mouth was about to make a strange sound due to the sensation she experienced for the first time. A few seconds later, finally, Jungkook lifted his head. He even sat his body on the edge of the bed, followed by Yin. I do want to leave a mark. You are mine from now on, Jungkook said softly while smiling sweetly. 1 month, it seems I have been able to understand my feelings, Jungkook revealed while staring into Yin's eyes intensely. Yin just bowed her head while blushing. Alright, I have to go out. I want to get Mina's hair clipped in her room. You don't need to get it, said Jungkook suddenly. Yin furrowed her eyebrows. Why? Mina asked me to get it. Now Jungkook chuckled softly. Actually, I asked her to tell you to come into the house so I could meet you. Again Yin could only blush. Alright, then I have to go out. I'm hungry. I haven't had time to eat earlier. Jungkook nodded and held Yin's hand. Alright, you can go out. I don't like crowds, so I want to stay here. You go out now and enjoy the party. If you get bored outside, you can come back here with me. Jungkook said his last sentence while smiling mischievously at Yin. Yin gently hit Jungkook's broad chest. Of course, I won't get bored outside. There's a lot of food and many of my friends there. Now Yin started to stand, followed by Jungkook. They walked together to the bedroom door, and before Jungkook opened the door, he took the time to kiss Yin's forehead for quite a long. Have fun, Jungkook said briefly, and Yin just answered him with a nod. After that, Yin left Jungkook's room and returned to meet Mina. Yin's return was greeted happily by Mina. Wow, it seems you to have reconciled. Even my brother has given you his ownership mark, Mina whispered mischievously in Yin's ear. Yin just pinched her friend's waist briefly. Mina just laughed crisply at Yin's shy behavior.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck.